Hey guys, good morning, evening, night, wherever you are. It is a warm Saturday morning here on September 13th. Z-Con is going on right now in Nashville, and obviously I'm not there as Octavia, my 1985 300ZX NA automatic 2+2, is having issues right now. I'm trying to resolve some of those this morning because I got a bunch of parts in from Rock Auto yesterday evening. Specifically, what's important for today's mission, what we're going to do today, is new exhaust manifold gaskets, because I got headers. I got Pacesetter headers, NA, obviously, for the Z. So that's what we're doing today. We're putting in headers on the Z. And they're not going to line up. I know they're not. Well, at least, past. Come on, I don't know. Nothing going on. You guys are fine. Go ahead. Gotta love living on the side of a highway, like I've mentioned in previous videos. It's not gonna line up right because I've already had the cat cut out and they just welded it straight to the fucking downpipe, I guess. Is that what you call it? After, because like around the back of the engine, they'll say here's the front, here's the back, right? We'll do like this kind of view, like a 3/4. Right? So you have your exhaust manifolds here, and then passenger side wraps around over the top, and then meets with driver's side, and they both go down and then out the back. And the O2 sensor is here on the little connecting piece that connects the driver's side and passenger side of the manifold. And my O2 sensor is rounded way the fuck off. I tried getting it off like an idiot and it didn't work. So my fix was, hey, my O2 sensor's stuck. Instead of, taking the whole manifold out, everything and all that, and, just getting the old O2 sensor out. So instead of doing all that, I decided, okay, headers. Put headers on it. It's a perfect opportunity. I'm gonna take all the exhaust shit off anyways to try to get this rounded O2 sensor out. So, got new O2 sensor. Got never installed Pacesetter headers. Thanks to Sean Jarman. Big ups. And a 3-liter V6 with a lot of blow-by because it needs new piston rings. Let's do it. Hey! You can see it down in there. My camera will focus on what I'm clicking the focus button on. No, past the heat shield. Focus past the heat shield. Oh, that works kind of. You can kind of see it in there a little bit, but there's where my O2 sensor is supposed to be. God fucking damn it. You can see it. It's sticking out there. Because here you have your heat shield for like the brake master cylinder and booster and all that. And then my wire that goes to it is right here. I have it just down in there because it fell down because it was unplugged when I bought the fucking car. And, it melted to the exhaust manifold. Fucking focus there. It melted to the exhaust manifold and then I just broke it off. So it's been here in the heat shield since. It ain't been more warped or anything, so it's just been sitting there. But finally we get to do something with it because we'll go around here. Hot tripod. Headers, dud. Got my gaskets. Put them there on my Walmart tools. So this is passenger side, yeah. And look, thing there, or thing there. You get to pick which one. I'm gonna pick that one. That one's the easiest to get to. So I won't have the, oh no, my O2 sensor's stuck. Ever again. Dear God, no. Fuck all that. Anyways, I'm gonna get to work. We're at the next step. Heat shields are off the manifold. This one in the middle, I got my heater core bypass. This one in the middle is being a bitch. It doesn't want to come out, so I'm just gonna move it back and forth, kind of like that, to be able to get to in there to disconnect the two halves, and then take the middle piece out. Same thing on this side. Sorry for the finger over the camera. Manifold. No more heat shield. You see the studs right there. Dipstick. TPS with the two different types of plugs because automatic. Yeah, so I want to go ahead and start loosening these, and then we'll get under the car once everything's loosened up, and we'll get these. You can really see that O2 sensor now. God damn, it's rounded. But we're gonna get to there, and there should be another one on the other side. And then we'll get all that down there. Hold on, let's try something. Since you got it in the air, on jack stands, very safe like. You can see what I'm talking about, how they just welded it when they cut my cat out. And did all that and put my new muffler. Thanks, Flow Master. Thank you, Flow Master. I like my muffler. So this is where the new headers will connect. There's a pipe that connects there. So we're gonna go around all this. See how it only comes down one side? It's gonna go on both sides. Yeah? Okay, I understand. So I gotta make sure nothing's gonna get burnt up over there. Like my speedo cable, that's what that is right there. Roll camera. Like speedo cable. That's important. If that melts, my odometer stops working. And that's important. I'm trying to get this thing up really high miles. It's kind of the goal with it. I want to get past 500 mil. Definitely not gonna do that on this VG, but it's on some engine and some transmission and some drivetrain. That odometer will go past 500,000. That's my goal. Maybe a mil if I get to roll her over. Anyways, I'm probably gonna cut most of this out. Let's get the manifold off. All right, update. Passenger side manifold is off. Still have the little crossover thing in the middle, but that's going next. I'm gonna get the driver's side off. Here she is. And the gaskets I put on back in December because I put new head gaskets on, and I went ahead and replaced all these exhaust gaskets as well because, I mean, obviously the manifold connects to the head, so it makes sense. My little EGR delete bolt there, but none of that matters because I moved it around here out of the sun. I've got that on there for the EGR delete. That's much nicer. So passenger side, driver's side underneath it. Let's get the driver's side. Driver's side is disconnected. See it down there, focus. Ta-da! Disconnected. That wasn't gonna let go. On the bottom side, I can't get to the other bolt because the big downpipe's in the way. And like I said before, the whole thing that's keeping all of this in place right now is the fact that the exhaust shop I went to just welded all this shit. So I'm cutting it, well, attempting to cut it, and get this extension out of my back pocket so I can get under there and show you guys. Got the fan whirring away at my head right now. I'm trying to cut the pipe there. You can see it. And there's just a little bit left on top, and then there's this exhaust hanger. So I'm gonna undo those exhaust hangers right there. And I think all of this is just gonna, camera, hold on. All of this is just gonna fall down. And hopefully I'll be able to get to that, the top of that better once all of this is down. Because there's nothing supporting the cat back, or it used to be cat back, back there except for the hangers right before the muffler. So all of this should just bend down once I get rid of those hangers. So I'm gonna undo those right quick and we'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that's kind of anticlimactic. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Next day, developments, obviously. Exhaust, or I showed that. Steering rack, that's coming out because I tried disconnecting the steering column from the that, and it just pulled the seal out and everything and dumped all my power steering fluid everywhere. So that's coming out. I have a rebuild kit already, so I'm just gonna redo all the seals and everything, in and outer tie rods. It's still fucking dripping. It's been open like that all night. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna get to it. Ooh, almost dropped my phone there. Steering rack is out. We're gonna rebuild this, reman it, whatever you wanna call it. I got new inner and outer tie rod ends, like I said already, seals. So I'm gonna take this over to the carport and we'll get started on that later. It was a real bitch, pardon my French. Really difficult to get that off of that. I had to use the pickle fork and everything. I had it soaking overnight with PB Blaster and still it didn't help much. But now that that's out of the way, we could finally drop the exhaust, what this video was originally about, you know. I love breaking things in the process of trying to fix things. That's a 40-year-old car for you. But we're gonna take this into the carport and get working on this, and then I'm gonna drop the exhaust. All right, I got all my new parts here. Had them in the back of the the hatch there in that box for probably half a year, so about time I got around to this. Now we're gonna clean it up real nice. Got these return lines that go on the top to here and here. New seals and everything for all that, I believe, is in that one. Power steering repair kit. It's all my seals. Front left and right boots. Outer tie rods, inner tie rods, and that should be it. Hoping that nothing in here is too damaged, because I've had a lot of play in my steering, and it's not in the steering wheel. It's from here. It's probably about 1.5 to 2 inches of turning on the wheel before it actually engages. You can feel it like clunk clunk. So we'll inspect this whenever we take all this apart. It looks like it's not gonna be too hard. It's just some oh wait, what the fuck? What are those bits? Okay, this is gonna be harder than I thought. I'm doing the exhaust first. All right, mission accomplished. Fucking exhausted, sorry. Exhaust is out. Exhaust is out. It didn't come out too cleanly. You can see there's some scratches there. And then it got caught on one of these wires here with the automatic transmission, but it didn't sever anything. So I'm just gonna electrical tape it, call it good. Whew. I got the middle piece that goes over the bell housing unhooked from here. It was stuck, so mallet, pry bar, pickle fork came undone. After that, it all kind of slid out. Okay, about to wrap it up for the day. This is day 2, like I said before. Driver's side header on. Should be good. Plenty of clearance for everything. Passenger side, some complications, because you know there isn't supposed to be anything going down on the passenger side when these were designed. So it's a little too close to the starter wires. Speedo cable's a little close. I just pulled it out of the bracket. Little connector down there. I pulled it out of there. God fucking damn. Okay. I pulled it out of the little connector down there to pull it away from the header a bit more, so I think it should be okay. But all those wires down there need to be rerouted or something. I will do that. EGR plug is on. I had to take out the cruise control to get to all of the studs, and I lost a stud, so I put in this bolt that happened to be the right size. Foreshadowing something's gonna go wrong, but whatever, fuck it, I don't care. 5 out of 6 ain't bad. It's fucking hot. Yeah. Ta-da. We're gonna get the stuff underneath later, at a later date, because we have bigger fish to fry at the moment. Steering rack. I can't for the life of me get it apart. Specifically the inner tie rod ends. And I don't have a vise or anything. I don't have a bench to secure this onto while I wail away trying to get those inner tie rod ends off and inner tie rods, or even trying to get this open. I can't even open the fucking thing. So hopped on old Rock Auto and found a reman for $164 with a $50 core deposit. So I'm gonna drop that off. And then all of this I'm gonna put up for sale, I guess. All this extra exhaust stuff. I don't know. We'll see. If I'm lucky, I'll get 40 bucks out of it. Let me check what the scrap prices are first before I do that, because this might not even be worth it if it's only like 40 bucks. But yeah, about to start cleaning up. Since we're done with the header on each side, I'm gonna put everything together, like the intake, put all of that back together, and then heat shielding, all that, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I'll update you guys whenever it's back together. Everything's buttoned up now. Intake's back together. GPS plugged in. Still have quite a bit of clearance down there. I still haven't put in the O2 sensor because I'm still deciding on whether or not to put it there on top or the other port. Look out, blue right. That's down here on the bottom, right there. I'm very tempted to put it there because it's a lot easier to get to than up here where I'll have to remove the heat shield and all that, whatever. I'd rather just take my O2 cable here and make an extension once I splice this, because it does need to be spliced and a new connector put on, which I have. I believe I have a new connector, so I'm gonna do that and then run it on down there somewhere. But in the meantime, going back in the heat shield there. Ooh, sweaty. Here's the parts of the exhaust that remain. We have the downpipes from the headers, motorcycle going by, and then they join here under the car to where the cat would be, but obviously, like I said, not fucking there anymore. So yeah, I got these clamps. I got a gasket if I were to have a catalytic converter, and yeah, look at my rust. Look at that rust. Look at all that. Ain't she pretty? 40-year-old car. Yummers. I got this today too, because the other one is kind of saggy and falling apart. And then my Z-Con patch there on the dash cover. The interior is too nice for this car. Like, it's really nice. It's too nice of a car for me to be doing all this dumb shit to it. But it's my car, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, all buttoned up. Not hooking the battery up. Leaving her on the jack stands because I will be out here again tomorrow to do that stuff. Look at my fancy beer thing. My koozie. It's all shiny. I was given that at one of my gigs with one of the bands I play with. So, thank you, Teresa. I like it. Keeps my beer cold out here. Yeah, all buttoned up. EGR deleted, like I said. Thanks to the Z Garage for the block-off plates. I almost forgot to plug this back in. I'm pretty sure it goes that way based on how the cables go. The dryer for the AC. Because my AC still works, surprisingly. I converted it to Focus 134A. When did I do it? May 30th, 2024. That was back in Florida. So yeah. New steering rack should get in on Thursday. So I'm very conflicted. Leave her up in the air, at least the front half of her in the air like this, or do I attempt to push her back into the carport here? I might do that. Let me clean all this up, and then we'll come back to you guys with another video at some point whenever car stuff is working and fixed. Yay! Buckeyes are falling out of that tree, hitting the metal roof. Okay, well, that's it for today and this video. There will be more in the future, obviously, sometime this week. Yeah, fun times.